Hello, everybody. Wish we weren't talking today, at least under better circumstances. Um, yeah. So as the title says there, uh, we are postponing the Mod Championship Finals hosted at the Dirt RC Raceway in Paris till next month. Um, Basically to the effect of that we got too much rain today, and the track is not able to be completed in time for the event. um that's what pretty much happened. So let me see here, see if I could show it. I don't have it. uh I have a message from Joey where he sent me the let me see here. So I block his number right there, but that was him saying it's still raining. You could see the track. That's the track right there. So you guys can see, obviously, he goes, and it's still raining now with a not so good, like a sad face right there emoji. Um, yeah, it is what it is. It's unfortunate. I know we wanted to race, and make sure that it went off. Um, but yeah, we're not able to do it. Um, so post up some questions, guys. Post up some questions. Let us know what's up, and we'll try and answer for you the best we can. Brandon Austin. Yeah, Robert Garver says. So Brandon Austin says, let's go to Fear Farm. So if those guys were ready for it and we would have had that in the plans and everybody else, the one thing that does suck for like a finals or something like that, where like we want everybody to be there, is that much like the NorCal guys and the Fear Farm guys, they're in two different quadrants. So for the finals, we always like to have it at like more of a central location, so they all kind of come into it. So nobody has like a 16-hour drive one way to make it happen. So being that it's so late notice, if it was in the cards to do that from the beginning, then I would say so. Or if it isn't looking so good, um, then we would have that. Ashley Side sent me a PM. We're at there, Ashley. If this has to do with the car that you won, um, Jason Rona will be shipping that out. So if that's what it's about, Ashley, for your winning car, I have a message from Rona actually about that. I guess it was shipping back. Let's see. Joe Zaire, tough call, but a good call. Thank you, sir. Robert Garver, he deals with dirt all this time. He says not able to build on that. Why are we building a new track from Brandon Austin? So Brandon, we did so. Fear Farm, not Fear Farm. The Dirt had not only our race but the Turkey race coming up next weekend. So, and then Joey, as well as he does have he's got next week, I guess, with family and family stuff coming up for Thanksgiving. So he said, hey, I'll build the track, before the mod race. So they have a new layout, and there's a new layout there in general, because there's been such time. So what ended up happening is he already had the tractor there. It came in like on Saturday, and they were working it. And he's been working the track since Monday. and it just it ended up not going, obviously the plan. I guess the dirt was harder than what they thought to rework it all. And then what ended up happening ultimately is a lot of rain came in today, and it was soupy. A track actually came off on the skid steer that they had. They had the rental company come down, and it's one of those things too. We never get really fresh layouts, right? And we were going to have one, and that ultimately, kind of put a damper on us. Um, but he was, slated to. He builds tracks really fast. I've seen him do his work. He's, amazing at that. And a track ended up coming off the skid steer. So I guess the mud, like the track was coming up with the actual track was coming up with the track, if that makes sense, of the skid steer. And then they ended up rolling back. They got it fixed. They rolled it back 20 feet, and then the other one fell off. So they had to get a new one. And then Joey just gave me a call. He goes, Matt, he goes, I'm physically not going to be able to get the track ready in time for your event. And especially with rain coming in Saturday or Friday night into Saturday morning, he goes, we've run out of time, because he has to let the track dry tomorrow to get the skid steer in there. What can we do, guys? What can we do? And it's one of those things where it's like, well, is there another track available? Is this and that? Like, to host the event and everything, and like even we got the trophies done right now that has the dirt on there, and you spend $1,800 in trophies, and like, I know everybody loves this track, and we're all excited to go, and it is what it is. I think besides maybe going all the way to Fear Farm, which some people are ready and not ready for work complications, and and traveling and everything else, just everything's off kilter. If people are flying in or different stuff, um, it is what it is. So. No, the track wasn't being just built today, Brandon. He had been tearing it apart since Monday. So they've been working on it since Monday. So it wasn't just torn apart today. Um, that's not what happened. So Garver and those guys are going to be opening up the track. Go and support, Fear Farm this weekend if you guys want to go out there and do some club racing. What's going on, Jason Martinez? What's happening, man? Uh, what's up, babe? Megan's tuning in. Hello. So sad. I know she wanted the event to go on too. So yeah, it is what it is. It wasn't that the track was being torn up today. It was that it's been being torn up since Monday, and it was taking longer to get it done. You have to unpipe everything, get it torn up, rebuild it. So it's a process. And what's going on, Ethan Martinez? What's happening, buddy? So it's what it is, guys. It sucks. We were pushing it. We said, okay, well, we'll wait till Monday, and that weather was looking absolutely terrible, um, to begin with there, and then it started to clear up, started to look better. Said, okay, because we were having like 4 days straight there. And I said, okay, well, we're looking good. Wednesday, always showed rain, but I was like, okay, it could survive it. It could survive it, and then it just didn't work out that way. So hopefully everybody's able to come down in December. I actually heard from a lot of people that they're like, we hope it does get pushed. I know there's a couple people that had some stuff this weekend. I know Duncan, he was actually giving up his well, not anymore, but he had a family thing going on. And he was gonna miss some of it to be with us. I know his toe is all messed up, so he was still gonna be there. So that's how bad he wants to race at Paris. I know we had some other guys that Rob, he was going to have some issues, but he was still going to try and make it, pull an all-nighter to drive down. I know Jake McGarvey, he wants to, fight for the overall and 40 plus, and he's at F1, so he was going to try and come down on Sunday. And he was like, "Man, I can make it now." And some of the Arizona guys, they were saying, "Man, we hope it's pushed, so that they can make it." So um, we tried to make it happen. Uh, it is. We tried to make it happen. Everybody in the chat that we had on Monday was like, "Dude, let's do it. Let's." And I was with you. We were, Chris is down there. We were loading up all the totes and everything, getting ready to go. We were going to load everything tonight. Have it ready tomorrow, go down there if we need to help on the track. We were going to. And we had expressed on there and in the live where either it's torrential downpour on Saturday or Wednesday's downpour comes along, and Joey basically says, "Hey, I can't get the tractor out there," and that's what ended up happening. We were just we're at the mercy of it at that facility. That's the only thing. Luke Laystrom, Matt, good call. Hopefully see you in a month. Right on, Luke. So hopefully see you down there. And it gives you guys, a month's time um, to reschedule with work. You can go in tomorrow and say, "Hey, I need to push my dates for work." Those people that had, that may have hotels or anything else should be, hopefully it was refundable. Or they'll work with you. Somebody's calling me. I'll call you back. And it was we had the NorCal guys. They had a trailer. I won't say how much they were paying for it, but it was quite expensive, for renting a big fifth wheel, bringing it down there. And they called us on Monday, and I'm like, "Dude, cancel it right now, and we'll see," because I don't want anybody to lose any sort of major money. And then, it's one of those things where today was kind of our last day because everybody travels in on Thursday, right? So glad that it did happen the way that it did. Um, hopefully we're able uh, to be okay. Um, so we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Notch Johnson, Huckleberry running this weekend. I'm not sure, Notch, with the rain coming in that we have here. I'm not. I'm not sure. That's up to David Rochin. He's the one that runs the facility. Month's time to save money. Yes, sure, Danny Trevino. I got your tray for you too. Um, yeah, guys. So it's just it's a bum situation, man. I'll tell you. I haven't like I was even Megan came down last night. We were announcing at Huckleberry, and I was like a little testy last night, and I felt bad too because and my buddy David came over. He goes, "Dude, you don't look right." And he goes, "Are you okay?" And he goes, "Dude, I'm just stressed out because I know all you guys are coming in, and I was just a little bit just like everything's matched up. Everybody's ready to come out. We're all ready to race. Like we're ready to crown our champions." And it did us in. And Joey's been amazing to work with. He's been completely transparent the entire time. Um, I didn't know how fast the build would go, but obviously, uh, it's his facility, and I don't know, I don't build tracks or anything like that, but ultimately, uh, the track we wouldn't even have a track to race on. As you saw that picture, and let's see if I could show you um, a screen share right now. So that's a screen share. So you could see the that top picture there. That's actually the track right now. Um, so it's Dunskies. That track we want to put on good, fun events for you guys, and it sucks to be rained out. I think this is our first time. Well, we had to cancel one event this year because we had complications, obviously, um, with Jason for Delta, and that just didn't work out. And then just life happens, obviously. Um, and then this one, it's Mother Nature came in, so uh, is what it is. Great job adjusting. I know about those off days now that I have teen girls. Maybe you can make the finals a toy drive for Notch Johnson. Yeah, maybe we can do something, Notch, as well. Do one in both, right? What's going on, Eric Robinson? Thank you to Eric as well. He actually has, speaking of toy drive, they had the Toys for Joy. So I did talk to Eric. He said they will be putting off that event at least for right now. Um, the with no plans on doing it. They're having the Toys for Joy. So maybe I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to say we're going to do anything just yet. We're still dealing with everything and just the rescheduling. It shouldn't be bad. Um, Joey said, "Hey, the weekend's open a month out. The weather doesn't look awesome going into those days, so we're going to see." Um, but pretty much we know that that track. It once it rains a little bit, that place goes underwater. Um, so yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, maybe we'll do also a fun little toy drive thing with it and bring a toy, for that. Maybe be kind of cool. So good idea. So I've never done any of that. I know they have like little boxes you get and you bring the toys for them and everything. And sometimes it's in place of entry and different stuff, but it would probably be in addition to just for people if they wanted to bring something. Um, but yeah, we've been working a lot down here. We got all the trophies, Imagine It graphics. They're nice boards and they're all done. If you guys haven't seen them already, um, let me see if I can. Yeah, I'll turn this on so you can see the boards right there underneath. This is one of our other posts where it says 15th on there, so it'll have all the tracks down below. Those are all their logos there. From Fear Farm to Silver State to Robinson's Good Old Boys and the Dirt. And then we're going one through 15 on both truck and buggy class. Top five for the uh, this is just for the series champions. Top five for uh, 40 plus and top three for the electric class. So Guy Nelson will be my last race before moving to Alabama. What? You never told us that, Guy. That's terrible. Oh, that sucks. Um, Guy Nelson, I should be able to make it. Getting this house ready to sell and working full time is kicking my butt. Oh man, Guy, wish you weren't moving, bud. Um, yeah, Danny Trevino. I hope you show love for 40 plus class. We're doing the same. It's the same trophies as it is for the main classes of truck and buggy. And we'll have the little plaques there as well, the normal plaques that we give. But the we will have that for you. Megan Melton, that's my hun right there. She goes rookie class. Trying to get it. We need to have like be an ultimate rookie. We just need to have a Megan class out there. We'll just have the Megan class. We'll let it turn her loose out there on the track. She's getting better though. She likes oval. She wants to do oval class. Sean South, what's going on, buddy? Sean knows about rain. We had that for his drag race. That was gnarly. Um, what's going on, Joey Showers? What's happening? Joey Showers knows about rain. It's just a common thing, man. It's a common thing. So yeah, it's I'm bummed out, guys. I was really looking forward to crown some champions this weekend and everything on a brand new fresh layout made by Joey at the Dirt facility, one of our favorite stops on the tour. And it just wasn't in the cards, man. It just wasn't in the cards. Uh, certificates. Danny Trevino. Might have something, Danny Trevino. The when we first did the certs, when dealing with, like, we've always, look, when we've done it, it's always been for like the main classes. And then if like we are able to step out of that, like when they were able to sponsor it, um, and then if we've been low on others, we've transferred those certs to the 40 plus class, if that's what it is, because 40 plus was kind of an afterthought for it. And then we get the certs beginning of the year, if that makes sense. So now, as it becomes more of a prevalent class, then we'll work that in, going forward for the trophies. Because whenever you make these things, you need to like hope that this is going to happen. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Um, Brandon Austin should be a 50 plus class. Everybody should get a trophy. Look forward to December. Bum for sure, but understand. Thanks, man, for the broadcast professionalism. You the man. Thank you so much, Wesley Dean. Much appreciated. Um, we know you're a bum. Best 1/5 scale support. Right on, buddy. Um, I know, Brandon. It just gets guys like myself and David Orner and stuff like that. It just gets us out of it. Maybe like a 45 plus class or something. We'll see. Maybe a 50 plus next year. You know, I tend to agree with you a little bit. We should look at what it is and do that. But I know like there's other people that like to drive that class. It's kind of a secondary one um, for the older group. But yeah, my birthday race week 12/10 right on, Danny. So yeah, but really, you guys are the backbone to this and the support, structure. Um, and everybody was like, "We want to race. Let's do it." We're willing to help out, and that's really cool. Ultimately, it came down to where the track would just not be ready in time. That rain came in and it saturated that place, and he could not get, like, you could dry out the track if there was a track there, but not if you have to rebuild. You have to do a whole new layout, on the things. It's literally just torn down, like flat right now, making some jumps, and now it all got, it's all done. Two-wheel drive class, please, Eric. We did that for 2 years, 3 years. So we did it for 3 years, and it got less and less every year. Um, and the main guys that did it, there was Jake, Dan, Brian Shapiro before he threw his in the trash can, and HPIs were basically all gone as it is. There was a couple guys with some conversions, but they've moved away in different stuff. Um, Without there actually being a manufacturer of a good two-wheel drive, these like mismatched conversions that people are doing, it's just too hard for people. Like already, like people have a hard time, getting a truck and getting that going and running one class, let alone it's always a secondary class. It's never a primary class. Yeah. Huh? Yeah, we even made it a free class. That's right. So we even made it a free class, and it was, and then people expect trophies too, and yeah. If you don't have like at least 6 to 7 guys consistently, it's not worth doing it. They always say four makes a class, but you can't cover a track with 4 people, and you need at least 6 to 7 to cover a track. So just for marshaling, and we know we have marshaling issues already, and that's one of the reasons why we do the classes like we do, because we're able to stack it, throughout qualifying, because there's 8 to 10 people, and then we're able to have full marshals, because marshaling was a major issue for a long time. The first 3 years it was terrible. It got worse the last two, but the first year wasn't too bad. So it was a new series. A lot of people were coming. And then it petered off from there, and then we came up with the new structure, which has actually made the best racing we've ever seen. With how we do it now. So at least for our scale, that's what we need to do. Um, let's see here if I can answer some questions. Big Buckarama says there needs to be an oh no, not Brent Thelke class. That's funny. People that don't know, in 10 scale, Brent Thelke wins the 40 plus class all time. He's won Reedy race. Call it the Robbie Rob says call it the geezer class. Is electric being run at finals? It sure is, Luke. And we're going to have 3 main trophies for it, as well as plaques. Let's see here. I mean, this reschedule is bound to happen this silly season. Who knows? Maybe Tessman to the mod team. We would always help out Tessman with what he needed for Pride, but as far as like, we're just making it ourselves, guys. We don't pay any drivers. Um, it's a tough making it out there. The series doesn't make any money. Like, it's for you guys. It's all the money that would ever is there. It goes right back into it, or towards stuff. Um, so yeah, it's make be sure to go modspeedshop.com, and if you guys need anything. But yeah, we don't make that kind of money to afford those type of guys. Wish you're in Florida covering Beachline, but understandable. Casper, I think they got WCRE out there. I think they do a pretty good job. Yeah, Garver, I dang near gave my 2-wheel drive away. Yeah, Eric Robinson, cool. I'm going to find 6 folks and make them drive 2-wheel drive. Keep it free, please. Yeah, it's because that's what we want. Robinson, I don't think you've even raced. You've raced like one series race this year, and wasn't even at your own track. We haven't seen that Husqvarna carb off a 2-stroke motorcycle working yet. Yeah, it's not even mod. It's not even. Chris was saying it's not mod legal. I don't think that thing is EPA legal. That thing puts out some major carcinogens. Um, Joshua Herbert, the Dirt was hosting a championship. Yes, the mod championship finals for 5th scale was going to be there. Um, Kyle DeAngelo. Wife overheard you talking about rescheduling. She said, "Well, you're not going. We got all kind of Christmas stuff every weekend, but of December. But if I can get an hour free, I'll come." Right on, Kyle. It was, and we put it in that month because we've had it different. We've had at the beginning of December before, and we've had that, especially with it was almost the Jake McGarvey rule because one of my main buddies, and he works for UPS, and it's like their major busy season. He goes, dude, he goes, I cannot get off like a day. So that's why we pretty much moved it to November. And then another one of my guys, we had it on Veterans Day weekend, one weekend. That was the Joe Shartung rule, where he always goes out there for in the dunes and everything for Veterans Day. So we didn't have it in Veterans Day, which would have been perfect weather, by the way. So you can all blame Joe Shartung. Um, so we moved it the week back and right before Thanksgiving. That seems to be a really good day. Um, just except for rain came in all month. It's coming in. It's just right on the days that we need. It is what it is. Tyrone got the package. Right on, buddy. Uh, Sean Kirkman trying to get more 8 scales guys to go also. Thanks, Sean. Hopefully they come out for kind of the final dates. I think it'd be kind of cool because that'll be probably the last time on there, before Christmas and New Year's and everything like that hits. So it'd be good to have a lot of the 8 scale guys out. I think they would have, if the weather would have been perfect, we would have had a really good 8 scale turnout this weekend. Yeah, Philip, Phil Phillips saying Clinton and I have two-wheel drive, but we can only run so much. Those guys are the ultimate guys right there. The NorCal guys run like 7 classes. They're amazing. They just sometimes they pay for entries and they're just like donation. They just want to run as much as possible. I believe that. Um, Caleb pouring in Menifee, California as well. Won't be able to make it toy race at Rev. Well, there you go. So maybe we won't get 8 scale guys. I don't know. So hopefully we do. If we do, if not, we don't. No big deal. Maybe we'll shift it. We might run 8 scale guys on Sunday. That might work. We can shift them to the Sunday so that they could race both days. Maybe a possibility. Is it normal for it to rain all the time in California? No, California is actually a desert, and just like the last couple years, it's been raining, and I don't know why. It just is what it is. Yeah, uh it might fall on an 8 scale Toys for Tots race. Sean, at least it's the Rev one with Laughy Face. So maybe we'll get it. I don't know. Maybe we'll do like a Sunday. Maybe that might work. Um, where we get him out, and that we can shift that program. That program's easy to shift. Um, we've done that before, and it works out. We just have to get enough guys to do it. So, um, see if that's the case. But yeah, if you guys have any questions or concerns, post them up. Um, TJ, yes, I was just going to post about our mini Z worlds that we covered in San Antonio. It was a lot of fun. Um, Everybody seemed to love the coverage, and we love being there. That was one of our most fun events we've ever done. I have not got a mini Z yet, but I probably will be getting one. We have a local track, so do it up. 8 scale Sunday would be good. Yeah, so we can adjust that. That's no problem. To adjust that for the guys. So we'll see. Maybe we'll tailor it and a little something different. Um, yeah, mini cars were super cool. So yeah, guys, it's ah, I wish we were talking about that it didn't get much rain, and Joey's gonna have the track ready right now, and we'd be loading up the gear and going for this weekend. But now we'll work at the shop a little bit more. Spend some time with family. I'll go see Megan. She'll enjoy that, I'm sure, and we'll look forward to the next one. I like racing. I like putting on these events for you guys, and it's a lot of fun, and seeing our fifth scale RC family and eighth scale family, and it just she Mother Nature got us this weekend, boys. So and girls. So it is what it is. So we'll regroup and get it done on hopefully in a month, and no rain. No rain in a month. That thing sees a drop of rain, goes underwater. Um, and grandly so, Joey ended up moving his nitro challenge that's been going on for like 22 years or 20 plus years, and he moved it 3 weeks away just to get away from those months. So it is what it is. So I understand. I could know a little bit of the inkling that he at least we're able to reschedule. He has to do it. We have 1,000 people coming in, 1,000 entry race, so he has to make it happen. Jared Mills, I need to have a convo with you, sir. I'll message you later. Uh-oh. What did I do, Jared? Um, so yeah, guys, it should be good. Oh, we got our for those that are looking, we got our clutches back in stock for fifth scale. So those are coming back. So we got these guys coming back. So that was long away. We got our puck systems coming back. So our four-wheel drive stuff. So those are getting packaged and out. So let your local hobby shops know if you guys need that for your 10th scale stuff. And we got a lot of cool goodies that's going to be coming out throughout 2024. So we're looking forward to that. Should be a lot of new products from Mod coming. So yeah. Brandon Austin, what's different in the clutches? Nothing. Nothing's actually different. These are the same. We just got them back in stock. So we have stuff in probably about a year. We're going to be testing some newer stuff throughout the next few months. Nothing in production, just prototypes to make stuff even better and last longer. So like one of like the main updates for the cradles, it'll be replaceable pins because what happens is these are amazing, by the way, and they last a long time, years actually. But what happens is the main steel pin that's pressed in here will wear out, and then you have to basically replace the whole cradle. So one of the things that we're going to be prototyping, and it's in its first design phase, will be where these pins will be replaceable. That holds the clutch shoes in. So nothing that happens now, nothing that you would say, hey, I'm not going to buy a clutch because they last a long time. But kind of for that next level, we want to do that. And we have some other stuff coming out. That'd be good. Oh, Assad's son. ETA on the mod bodies. So, yes. We have we had our pre-production prototype bodies that were done. And they're really good. We love the material on them. They were awesome. The bodies look mean, but some of the body lines weren't quite right. They're a little bit too sharp, so they would crinkle in sections. So we wanted to round the corners more, as well as some of the stuff we wanted cut out from the factory. So like the windows, we wanted those cut out from the factory. In the front window, it was too, because we do a lot of quick fills, and you reach your hand in there to get the gas cap off, and you couldn't get your hand in there without like cutting your hand here. So We're having the body cut up higher, as well as ventilation for the motor. Um, and then the front body line where the cab would meet the front section of the cab would meet the center section of the cab. When they cut it, the holes were too close to the edge, and we needed more material there. So the molds had to be adjusted. Almost the three of the molds needed to be adjusted, and then the back fenders, we had it where they actually need to be bumped out in the back a little bit for where the wheel comes up, because it was crinkling right there as well. So we made all those adjustments and changes to the next, basically V2 version of it. Before we release it to the public, we want it just right. So hopefully that helps. I don't know on that one, Josh. Oh, any spur gears coming? The super secret gears? Super secret gears, we will see. I may have some coming. So probably end of the year. Maybe by the next mod race, I'll have some super secret gears for you guys. And yeah, hopefully you guys are out warm, having a coffee, hot chocolate right now, staying warm, out of this weather, out of this rain. Um, and thank you all for everybody for tuning in, and let everybody know, all your buddies and everything like that. Let them know what the situation is, man. It's not like we wanted to, and it just is what it is. And guys may say, well, why are you pushing it so far back into December? Um, well, that's the only free weekend that we realistically have as a company, if that makes sense. We have, I can show you my calendar actually, that might help. Um, I haven't even changed it yet. All right, so I'll share this over and show you guys. There's my calendar. So obviously we have Paris Raceway right here. When we have Thanksgiving coming up, and then we've got hobby action here, the INS finals, and that's for the media side of the company for J Concepts. And then I've got people flying in and all sorts of stuff for coverage for the US Open. That's at Adobe. And then this was going to be Toys for Tots for Robinson, but this will now become the new mod dates, and I can put it in now. We'll delete that other one. This basically goes away. So sad. So now we got a whole bunch of time now. Look at that. Yeah, you guys can see our last couple months. Like, it's been crazy. We had the Mini Z Worlds and we had Top Gun Shootout 2 weeks ago. Island Speedway. That was our 10 scale Worlds. So you can see all the stuff we had going on. That was at Hobby Action. And we had Madness before that, then the Worlds. Then we had the West Coast Nats warm up at Good Old Boys. Then we had Hoosiers. So this was like 5 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. Megan was hating me. And then, we're home for 2 weeks announcing Huckleberry, INS, Mini Z Worlds, and Top Gun. That was a double up. So yeah, as you guys can see, we schedule ourselves out, very much so, and then this is our January. So yeah, it's nuts, you know. So the new date, so that's why we had to do it then, because we're booked up. Wesley Dean, for sure, coming down hard in Paris, staying warm, enjoying a cup of Java with the Mel. Right on, man. I hope Marty and Big John show up. Joe Shartung. Come on, Megan loves this. I know. So yeah, so that's realistically our only free weekend. Obviously, we're not going to do it on Christmas. Not going to do it on New Year's, and we're actually flying out. And yeah, January, a Monster Cross and TNR and that pole vault competition for Megan class champions. So we're 4 weeks in a row here. So yeah, guys, this was and these other ones we have contracts and everything. So for our company wise, we have to we've got that. We're not able to do anything else. So yeah, here's Matthew Snyder. Just left the dirt about 45 minutes ago. It's a mess. I'm soaked and the track is roasted. Yeah, so there you go right there, Matthew Snyder, Eyewitness News there for us. We will have a new track built for our January race. Right on. So we will be there. Even if the mod ones gets pushed back again, we will be at the Monster Cross race, an enduro race. Come and bring it, guys. Get your enduro cars ready. I think, how many years have we won, Jason? 3 or 4? However many years they've had it, we've been the champions. So come after us, guys. We're looking for it. Bring the competition. Just kidding. But you gotta build your car so it's indestructible. That's what we've done. But yeah. So let's bring it on. Bring it on. Brandon Austin, it's gonna end. So you gotta bring it. You gotta bring it, Austin. You gotta bring the heat, man. Mod will fall. I don't know, man. I don't know. You guys better come. Bring it on, Shark Tongue. Eric Robinson, big car coming for you. Eric, that car hasn't even run this year, bruh. Until I see it happening. Your winning streak is over. I don't know. We still got it. And you can't pack the team. It's got to be like the 1 sportsman, 2 expert, 1 pro type thing. You can't have like 4 pros in the thing. If that's the case, I'll stack it then. There's got to be that Fear Farm has to enforce the rules on that. Because Wolfpack will show up with like Kirkman, Little Bear, Westergaard, the top 4 at Silver State, and they'll be like, oh, I'm driving, Matt. Okay, well, that's 1. That's sportsman right there for you, Sot. Then you might have Little Bear or Kirkman. They count as the same. So that's 1 of the pros. And then you got to have 2 experts. It's got to be semi-fair. I think, what was our team? Our first year team, when they only had 3 people, it was me, Ronnie, and Jose. Yeah, that was the first year. Second year was myself, Jason, and Guy Nelson. And then last year was myself, Jason, Chris, and Jason Moorhead. So that was our team last year. Guy Nelson, even I couldn't break the mod truck. Guy Nelson tried, but he did good. Guy was on it. So we've always had a new team. I think I've been the only one that's been on the team the entire time. Well, I fund the entire truck, so I should be. Wesley Dean goes, yeah, we are coming. I like it. I like it. I'm gonna hold you to that, Asat, that you're driving. It should be you, Carl. Maybe if you and Carl, and then you have like Little Bear and Kirkman. That might be fair. If you had that 4 team. Or you, Carl, uh, Little Bear Kirkman, and then McGarvey. That'd be a good team. Jake's not a pro. Jake's expert. Jake's fast. He's a fast expert. I would say Jake's a pro though. He's got pro skills. There's no doubt about that one. As far as his talent as a wrench, pro skills. Driver, he's good. He's really good. But I don't think he would. I think he'd be a fast expert. He'd be like Mike Duncan or Jason Turner or I think Chris Mueller's a little faster than him. You could base it off the mod point series. There we go. You've got all the points. You could see where the divisions are and the peoples. Or see how they do at like a Silver State or Nationals and have it based off of that. No sandbagging it. Big Buckarama. Mueller is faster than someone. Dang, Chris, the disrespect. He said, wow. Brandon Austin, I identify as a rookie. That's not going to happen, Austin. Austin's fast expert pro level. So is Tim. Those two are really good. Like if there was like Brandon Austin, Tim Parker, Mike Duncan, and like Brian Shapiro, I'd be like, that's kind of like that's a good category team right there. But I would say you'd almost have to take out one of those guys for it to be legal. You need like an actual sportsman. You guys would be like fast level pro to fast expert. But you need like a sportsman. We've always had a sportsman every time. Mitch on the mic, what's going on, dude? Good job on the coverage. I've been watching you guys. Wes, my hand is up. Wesley Dean would be a good sportsman. Dan, Parker, Brandon, Slocum. Jason says 3 pros and a sportsman. Which Slocum, though? The dad or the son? Most likely the dad. The kid's quick. That's a good team. That's a good team, Brandon Austin. Dan, Shapiro, Brandon, and Slocum. That's a solid team. Yeah, I would say that would be legal. I say both. I would say that's legal. It'd be good. Later, Josh. Yeah, I would say that's a good team. You just can't have it where it'd be like myself and like David Orner. Like David's my boy, but like that would be unfair to have David on with us. It'd be me, David, Chris, Jason. Like that'd be a really good team actually. But I don't think that that would be fair. Travis, Dan, Shapiro, Parker. If you did that team, I would bring on David, Brandon Austin. Then it'd be me, David, Chris, and Jason. Like that would be equal to what you guys, because you almost have two pros with Dan and Travis. The next enduro is the third week of January at Fear Farm. We'll take Shapiro, me, Higa, and Akimoto. That's a solid team there. Thayer, Willoughby, Mayfield, and me. Surely I'm slow enough to keep it fair. I like that. Let me see if I can put in the chat overlay here. Travis and Matt are a requirement. We'll take Shapiro. Yeah. Travis has to be in it with you. It can't be me and Travis on a team. That would not be fair. I think he needs to be one of the pros on a team for sure. It's not, you can't make like an ultimate like Avengers team. Yeah, you can't make like an Avengers team. If you did the Travis, Dan, Shapiro, Parker, or Travis, Dan, you and Parker, we would have to do myself, David, Jason, and Chris. That would be actually like a really good combo set. But I think then you kind of get two pros on it. That's yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Uh, that'd be a pretty fair matchup though. Travis, Dan, Brandon, and Parker versus me, David, Jason, and Chris. Assad son, yes, usually one pro, two expert, one sportsman. That's generally how it goes. Yes. So like what we don't want to do is get like two pros together, kind of a thing. So like David and I would be considered pro division. So I'm calling it right now. I just don't think it's fair. You need to have like that sportsman in there, that kind of like a an X factor where they could actually ruin your race. It adds in that other complexity to it. You have to have like a sport, like you would be considered the sportsman, and you'd have only one pro, but like you couldn't have Little Bear and Kirkman. You couldn't do that combo. Only one of them. Yeah, so sounds good from a side. We would bring the kid, the Slocum kid. Or is Travis the kid? Eric Robinson from left field replying to Robbie Rob's comment from 7 years ago. Late on the draw. Oh, Slocum. So the kid Slocum. He's getting pretty quick. He would be a good sportsman, though. I would consider that sportsman. He is Travis's protege. Travis now has proteges. That'd be a good combo. What if we make it interesting? 4 teams of pro and expert, and the rest of the teams expert and sportsman from Robert Garver. Hmm. If you can get them all together. Yeah, so you'd have like 2 pros, 2 experts. Hmm. I don't know. Maybe. Interesting. Very interesting. I don't know. Maybe. Change it up. Who knows? But would it be 2 and 2, or would it be like 3 and 1? I think 2 and 2. Might bring more to the Enduro. It could. I don't know. It's interesting. I guess you could change it up for, you know, this year and make it interesting. Or we go all out and we do a 5 hour enduro and it's 5 people. No excuses for Mod's loss. Ah, you haven't even raced one, Asat, so good luck. 5 hours, 5-man team, and you have 2 pros, 2 experts, 1 sportsman. Hmm. Because usually the sportsmen are harder to find. Yeah, 5-man team, 2 pros, 2 experts, 1 sportsman. Hmm. 24-hour enduro through the night. Robbie Rob. We barely get these things to go, 1 hour, let alone we're getting them to go 4. Now, Robbie Rob's saying 20. That thing will just be ash when we're done with it. Robert Garber, we don't have enough water for that. Just turn on a sprinkler system, Robert. We're running at night anyways. It doesn't matter. It's nighttime. That track's awesome at night. You don't need water. Oh, maybe he means 24 hours. That's why. That's what he meant for it. For 24-hour enduro. Just fill up the tanks, Robert, when they turn on the little ravine. There we go. Just kidding. Your parts shop will be busy. I know. We'll have one of our guys will just be in the parts division. Excuses. I would say if that's the case, we would have our team would be for the 5-man team. It would be me, David, Jason, Chris, and Robbie Rob. That'd be our team. Robbie Rob would be our sportsman. We always go with a new sportsman every year. Ain't that'd be a cool team. Robbie Rob's been helping us out too on all of our events. So in general, probably our 4th person will be Robbie Rob. So Robbie Rob, let us know. What's Mitch? Jason's saying pro. I'm saying fast expert. It depends on the weekend, but I would consider him a fast expert. Robbie Rob says I'm down, you know that. So yeah, Robbie Rob would be our well, Robbie Rob, you're going to be on the team regardless. Either we do the 5-man team or 4-man team. You'll be our 4th. Because a solid 3 will be me, Jason, and Chris, and Robbie Rob will be our 4th. Brandon Austin says a 12-hour enduro. No way. No way. I wouldn't even. No, I wouldn't entertain that. I would do 5. I would do 5-hour enduro. That'd be kind of fun. 5-man team. We always up it every year now. We had 3-man, then we went 4-man. Let's push the limits. Let's do 5-man. Each guy has to drive half-hour stints, 1 hour in total. The motor will melt. That's fine. We could change out the engine. 12-hour enduro e-buggy. No. Be terrible. Piston port bar alone, Asat. That thing will not melt. It will be totally done. Actually, we ran that truck and then Tiny ran it after, for another hour and a half to 2 hours. I think it's still in the truck right now, so. But it's done. That thing's toasted. David ran it. Then Tiny ran it. She's pretty tired now, but it's done. That thing's done 6 hours, 7 hours. Randall Morrow, 5 hours sounds good. 5-man team, guys. You got to have, you're allowed, well, they could be up to it, but you have, at maximum 2 pros, at maximum 2 experts, and at minimum 1 sportsman. It has to be it's got to be a panel where you agree. And there's not this isn't, be real with it. That'd be pretty fun. That'd be fun. We got to bring it. We got to bring the heat. Got to bring the heat. We need to start working on our enduro truck. Maybe we'll start tearing her down over the next week and a half. That's probably what we need to do. Getting her cleaned. 6-hour enduro. The pro drivers can only drive 1 hour. No, it needs to be each person gets the same amount of time. Each drives 1 hour. Each person drives 1 hour, 30-minute stints. And when that 30 minutes rolls around, they all change at the same time. 30 minutes. 30-minute stints. You need to make a new pro class, like Pro 1, then like Pro and Expert. I don't even know what that means, Austin. Nobody gets a trophy all time. No gas stops during driver change. I agree with that. Pro 1 is Travis, Matt, Little Bear. We all know who kind of the pros would be. There's a handful of them. You just can't have like Travis, Little Bear, and me all on the same team, and then like an expert and a sportsman. Like, so yeah, I think that'll be cool. 5 hours, guys. Let's do it. 5 hours, 5-man team. 30-minute stints. That'll be fun. I agree with said things. Awesome, everybody. So I think it turned into a good conversation. We've got so an overview. Next month, 1 month's time, we're going to be going to the dirt once again. Hopefully, everybody's able to make it out for those series finals. Let's show you guys those points once again. So here are those points, everybody. Take down this chat overlay. So yeah, guys. Thank you all. I know everybody was gung ho to do this weekend. I know some guys are actually happy that it's been postponed because now they'll probably be able to make the December dates. Um, so deal with your work schedules accordingly, and we will come back swinging. Hopefully the weather holds up for us. Cross our fingers, and we will, you know, come back harder and stronger at the next one, and hopefully we're able to have a good weekend that doesn't have any weather. Um, I'm hoping so. So should be good, guys. Love to see all of you at the finals. See you all in December. Thank you so much. And yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good. Sorry we're not able to do this weekend. Out of our control, out of our hands. And hopefully we're able to get it done on in December in 1 month's time. So and then if we don't, then we'll move the goalpost again and see what we're able to do. So thank you guys. Appreciate it. Go and support your local racetrack, guys. I know Fear Farm said they're going to be opening up the track this weekend. Hopefully all the Arizona guys are able to at least get their gear and maybe go and rip it up a little bit. Support them. And I know Robinson, we're gonna be getting back out there again. Thank you to Eric for the date help on that one for his facility. It's I'm happy we're able to work together, and those guys are amazing, and we'll support them as much as possible. But we're just in a rock and a hard place on this one. So we'll be out at Fear Farm for the Enduro Cross and the Monster Cross. They combine the two, which I think is really good. We'll be there with our team. And let's get some more racing in, guys. You guys need to get anything or for your fifth scales, make sure to go to modspeedshop.com and grab your goodies on there. Apologies if we're out of stock on stuff. We're trying to get it all back in. Or shoot us a message and we'll see if we have anything that might not be up there. So what's going on, Team Camel? So you guys have a let's see, Robbie, it's been real great, but it ain't been real great. Haha, JK, love you, Matt. Love all you and see you next month. Yes, sir. Yes, Robbie Rob. We'll see you in a month, buddy. Any waffles coming up? We will for the J Concepts race and for the Adobe race. So beginning of December there, Team Camel. Jump on into that one. You guys have a awesome Thanksgiving with your family. Have an amazing, beginning of December. We'll see you guys, and be sure to tune on in for some racing coverage that we'll be doing moving forward. We'll see all you guys in a couple weeks' time. So be blessed, guys. Have an amazing time with your family. Take some time off. We're off the circuit for a week. No big deal. And hopefully we're able to continue in a month's time racing it up with you guys. So thank you guys for all the support. Much appreciated. And we'll see you at the next one.